New jobless claims will be announced today, and Wall Street's looking for 773 as the new number. But ultimately, the big look is the continuing unemployment claims. Will it be big? Because that number determines your stimulus. Meantime, in this recording, I'm going to go over the items that you can get on the third stimulus package. And I'll go over the items under first and second stimulus that are paying money right now. You don't have to wait 5 weeks from now, not 5 months from now. You can get money right now, and in this recording, I'm going to show you how. This is a continuation of Early Mornings LALATE. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Early Mornings LALATE, and thank you for joining me on a modified set. Yes, we're getting ready for the new LALATE, and so the angle is a little bit unusual for the camera. The lighting's a little bit off. Everything's a little bit skewed, but I hope you're ready in store for what's about to come to you. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. For 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, this is the most comprehensive financial news channel, and you better get ready for the run we're about to take. Also, like this video. And if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Casino VIP. In this recording, I'm going to go over what's happening today, but more importantly, I'm going to go over how you can get money under first and second stimulus, which are now law, and also how you can get ready for the big money in third stimulus check as well. Over there is Instant Chat Premier. That Instant Chat features the ability to chat with fellow friends. There's about 60,000 people who tune in. There's about 60,000 people who tune in every morning, so join in the instant chat and chat with your Purple Power buddies. So much happened across the board this morning, so let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news as you start the new morning is that the new jobless numbers will be announced before sunrise today. And boy, there's a lot of numbers involved, so let's hit them one at a time. First, the new jobless numbers expected to come in at 773 is what Wall Street's expecting, a slight decrease from the week before. Now, the bigger question is the continuing unemployment number. It was about 20 million last week. Where would it land this week? But the biggest and most important number for the purpose of stimulus is the continuing long-term unemployment number. It was about 4 million last week, about 40%. It's not good. It's the number that determines stimulus, so says the White House, so says the Federal Reserve, so says the Treasury Secretary, and I agree as well. This refers to people who have been unemployed for at least 6 months, and that's the vast majority of the pandemic. So let's watch for that number. Let's see where it lands. Yesterday, we had really good economic numbers. Economic numbers so good that people were worried we're facing an inflationary environment. The numbers concern the amount of consumer spending occurring in the month of January. It came in at 5.1%. Wall Street was expecting 2%. The month before, it was down 1%. So it shows an enormous turnaround. Now, many thought that was caused by the $600 stimulus check. They got the $600 stimulus check and they went and spent it. If true, that's exactly the concept of stimulus checks, to spend the money on the economy. A new statement by Cliff Hodge, Chief Investment Officer at Cornerstone Wealth, says, when you think about the additional stimulus that can affect the average consumer, with the second round of checks really boosting savings, at this point, we really feel strongly that additional stimulus will go straight into the economy. And that's what Jim Caron said, head of global macro at Morgan Stanley. I think it's reflective of economic conditions, which are really percolating right now. This is what you see is nothing yet. With a $600 stimulus check, wait till you see the $1,400 stimulus check in hand. He's basically saying if this is what $600 stimulus check did to this economy, wait till you see the $1,400 stimulus check. And this has caused Goldman Sachs to raise growth estimates to 6% from 5%, and Morgan Stanley to raise it to 7.5%. Under the third stimulus package, you're getting a $1,400 stimulus check. $1,400 for individuals, $2,800 for married couple, $1,400 for children, $1,400 for adult dependents. But there's more. Let me first go over what you're getting in third stimulus before I get over to the items in first and second stimulus that you can get right now. Third stimulus, of course, is not law yet. It's just a bill. But let's go over the deal provisions. First, if you're a business owner, you can get $5,000 plus $1,400, plus perhaps more. There's an EIDL grant that pays $5,000 plus something, and there's PPP, which starts as a loan that turns into a grant, and you'll get your $1,400 stimulus check. Then let's cut over to college students. $1,700 for a college student for financial aid plus $1,400 stimulus check. Now, if you are 17 years or younger as a college student, a freshman in college, for example, you would get $3,000 on top of that. You have more about that in a second. Hazard pay, essential workers. You will get hazard pay, the amount we don't know yet, plus $1,500 if you made less than $25,000 as an essential worker, plus your stimulus check. That $1,400 appears, however, as a tax credit on your 2021 tax return. Next, let's turn to rent, utilities, and food. The third stimulus package has rent for low-income, middle class, and also for homeless and facing homelessness. It has mortgage assistance to help pay your mortgage, whether it's a federally backed mortgage or a private bank mortgage. That's very clear. All right, how about those children? Well, the children will be getting $3,000 or $3,600. If the child is 5 years or younger, they will get $3,600 plus $1,400. The $3,600 is paid the following way. $300 a month starting the month of July for 1 year. The $3,000 is paid the same way, $250 a month for every month for 1 month, for starting the month of July for 1 year. If you're a parent and you got 7 kids under the age of 5, you're going to get a $35,000 stimulus check. And that is taking into account the fact that the $3,600 has no limit on the number of kids in the household. The $1,400 stimulus check might have a limit. All right, the SSI and SSDI had a real great turn of events yesterday. And those turn of events came when Elizabeth Warren and Chuck Schumer stood up to Joe Biden on his $50,000 student loan debt forgiveness. He said he's not going to do it. He said, I'm not going to do it. Stop giving me that stuff. I don't want to do it. I'll do $10,000, but I won't do your bill. And their response was, we're not rolling over. Well, that's exactly the response you want. Because guess what? These are the two people who wrote the SSI, SSDI, Social Security, Railroad Benefits, Veterans Benefit Bill in March of 2020, which has all the 3 things you talk about in this video, in this channel. They wrote the bill. And if President Biden doesn't want to talk about SSI or SSDI, wants to forget about it, wants to ignore it, they can change the subject matter by introducing their bill back to the Senate. They wrote the bill. The bill in March 2020 has those 3 items. Has the $200 a month on top of your benefits for 12 months. Has the benchmark of CPIE, not COLA. And has the raising your benefits up to 20% lifetime. They wrote the bill. They don't need to deal with him not wanting to address the issue or addressing the issue. Just all they had to do is take the bill, go to the corner, change the date, and introduce it to the Senate. It will pass the Senate, goes to the House, it'll pass with Nancy, and then lands on his table. And if he doesn't want to sign it, well, then the toast is toasting. And the toast is toasting in the White House. It's as simple as that. It just makes so much obvious sense. Now, let's turn to second stimulus. Second stimulus has a lot of money there for you. It has rent, food, utilities, and internet. One of the volunteers has found the internet, so the internet has been found. I called Carmen Sandiego. She couldn't find it, but the volunteers have found the internet. Rent, utilities, and food. Now, what I want you to understand is that the rent and utilities under second stimulus, first stimulus, and nonprofit stimulus are all sort of to set the same together. Why? Because this is how you're going to do it. You're going to reach out to your state housing authority and say, I want to, and then you're going to look to your state offices. Then you're going to look to your city housing authority, and then your city hall, and then your county housing authority, and your county hall. You go to each of them one at a time. If they, and you, the question is the same for all of them. Do you have rent? I need rent assistance because of COVID. I need rent assistance because of COVID. No other words. I need rent because my hair's blue. I need hair because I have a stained glass mirror shirt on. No, you just make it very simple. I need rent assistance because of COVID. That's it. Then you reach out to the utility companies and do the same thing with them. You ask them, hey, do you have this because of COVID? Do you have utility assistance because of COVID? Water, electric, gas. Reach out to all of them. It's very simple. Then you want to go to the nonprofits, United Way, Salvation Army, Catholic Charities. You want to go to each of them and see if they have that money as well. If you go through all those steps and you're still having problems, or this is a little too sophisticated for you, don't worry. Reach out to the volunteers. They will help you. Where are the volunteers? They're in the pinned comments of this video. They're also at the top of the chat. news.lalate.com/community. You go to the page, it has a series of cats on the top of the page. Then you go down the page, it has the volunteers separated from Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Reach out to them, indicate what city and state you're from and where you need assistance. And there you go. Give them a little bit of time because of the power outages in the Midwest, so they may need a little bit of time getting back to you. Ultimately, I want you to understand that I don't want you to wait for money when you can get rent and utilities and food right now. Food SNAP benefits, go to the Department of Agriculture. You can get up to $1,400 for a family of 4 in Hawaii. I don't want you to wait. Get that money right now. My focus by you subscribing to this channel is for me getting you money right now, not 5 weeks from now, not 5 months from now. I'm here to help you get money. Understand, stimulus takes time. Third stimulus will take time. The bill will be called for a vote in the House February 22nd, then lands in the Senate. Give it some time. But if you need help with rent and utilities, get it right now. Meantime, if you missed EIDL on Overnights LA, watch that video. It explains how to get the EIDL grant and the EIDL loan. The EIDL loan is available right now. I want to touch on 2 other subjects, which I forgot to mention, which are 1, the remainder of the $10,000 EIDL grant from 2020 is now being paid. Amen. So watch for that SBA.gov email to land your bank in your email account. Next, if you want to get an EIDL loan, go get it. It only takes 48 hours to get funded. It's very straightforward. That's at SBA.gov. Watch the Overnights LA video on EIDL, which explains it. There's also an Overnights LA video on FPUC and hazard pay. Meantime, I'll see you next on Mornings LA at 8:30 a.m. Stay informed, stay focused, stay positive, and stay LA for more.